like that.
All right, Rob and Slim Show, we are back with Blake and Jeff from a Brew With You podcast.
What's going on?
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddies? How long have you guys been doing your show for?
I would say Jeff probably knows. He's more the technical guy. I'd say over 3 years now.
I was going to say.
We're on episode 175, so just over 3 years.
Yeah, I saw you guys had a lot of episodes. I'm surprised I hadn't heard of you or we haven't connected earlier because, yeah, you guys have been around for a while. And your show, you guys try a different beer every week with usually a guest and discussing random topics, correct?
Yeah, essentially, it's what the premise of the show is no different from when you talk to someone at the bar. It's like breaking bread with someone. You know, you sit down, you have a beer. You don't sit down and talk about the beer the whole time. You get to know each other, and then usually with a couple drinks in, you play a stupid game at the end. And we have a bunch of original games that we made up, and
that's
so
great.
you get a little tipsy at the end, and play a stupid game, and then we cap it off. So it's about a solid hour.
Cool.
So you're the bar simulator.
Exactly what it is, right?
I love it. Who has been the craziest guest you've had on? I heard the most recent with, oh my God, who was that? The drag queen.
Ginger Forrest.
Ginger, yes.
Forrest.
How did you meet Ginger?
Yeah, Ginger, I knew back in the day, before she was Ginger. It was a buddy of mine named Jacob. We met during the Chicago improv days when, in Chicago, the Chicago scene is, it's improv crazy where, they call it bar prov right now. It's kind of like stand-up sets where, you're just looking for gigs. You're just looking where to play, just where to get your set up, where your team can play. And where our paths crossed right there. He was producing a show. And then we just stayed in touch. And then
cool.
A couple years ago, Jacob just said, you have to listen to the show. He'll give you the more detailed version. But he got into drag, and I was like, his Instagram page really changed a lot over the years. And so, well, we got to get your ass on the show. And
today I feel different.
Love it.
Let's try something new and put on a dress.
Yeah. He, and I love having drag queens on because, they don't hold back, man. They just say whatever the fuck they want. I love it.
Yeah. I love it. What is a favorite game that you guys have that you play?
Probably are more. Well, Jeff, why don't you take this?
Yeah, probably our more like light game that we play is called Swag or D-Bag. We made it up ourselves. It's really just kind of putting someone in a unique situation, such as, hey, our cargo shorts, are they swag or D-Bag? We kind of debate the situation. Or like saving seats on an airplane. Is it a swag move or a D-Bag move?
That's actually how it started.
I love it.
It's about like saving seats. Like this whole game came from, I'll ask you two guys this. You're going into a movie theater, and some guy is holding like 3 or 4 seats, like several seats in a movie theater right now. Is that a swag move because he got there early and saving seats for his friends, or a D-Bag move because he's inconveniencing the other people?
I'm saying swag. Like that guy, he did the right thing. He's there early, and he's got his peeps taken care of. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's a D-Bag. Wait, he's taking up my seat.
Well, the worst, like the other D-Bag version of that goes, and this is where you go down the spirals, and you got like, Miss Pansy son of a bitch who's on Southwest Airlines, and she's got a safe seat for her Chihuahua, and then like a coat on the other seat right now. It's like, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? It's like
there's a line. Yeah. Wow. Oh my God.
Oh, wait, I got one. All right, so three urinals. Guy takes the one in the middle. Swag or D-Bag?
D-Bag.
I think that's kind of a big dick move. Like, I'm fucking peeing right here. What are you gonna do about it? You know what I mean?
Are you man enough to pee
my
next
row.
to me?
It's my row.
I'm immediately pissed off once I see that.
I did that. I did that like once, and I saw everybody that came into the fucking bathroom would like look, and then they go into the stall.
That's bad men's room courtesy.
Back for doing that.
I've seen an old man pissing at a urinal with his pants completely down, like kindergarten pissing. Like,
oh wow,
that's
so swag. I mean, that's the thing. Like when you're old, I think there was like an episode of Seinfeld or something like that. It's just like when you're old, like you can just get away with anything like that.
Yeah,
like, I'm old. I'm doing this because I'm old. What are you gonna do about it? He earned it.
It was at a rest stop on I-95, bro.
Maybe he was looking for something else with that year.
God damn. What has been your guys' favorite beer that you've tried on the show?
Ooh, that's really tough because I would say Jeff, like I said, he's the technical guy. He records, he archives all this stuff. But on the top of our head, we know that Founders CBS really struck a chord when we first had it. That was the 2007 version. Founders, the brewery in Michigan, they're known for like Old Dirty Bastard beer they have, and actually it's called Dirty Bastard. I just like that rapper.
Yeah, I do
Dirty
too.
Bastard. Yeah, messed that up. And they have a beer called KBS, and they did this twist on it. And instead of using barrel bourbon, it's a maple syrup barrel bourbon barrels. So they took this beer and aged it in maple syrup barrels and aged it that way. And
wow.
Last year in 2017, it was like the Holy Grail. It was really hard to find, and it was a lot more easy to get this year. But I remember when we first had it though in 2017, it was eye opening.
Yeah, my probably favorite is Southern Tier.
Oh,
they make some phenomenal beers. Their pumpkin during that season, like in the fall time, is great. They make a cold pressed coffee flavored beer.
Everything from
Blackwater series.
Everything from Southern Tier is amazing. Like I haven't had a bad Southern Tier beer ever. Like they're all
wait, you guys
great.
are in New York, right?
Jersey.
Oh shit! I have a lot of family in the Patterson area out there. Yeah, New York. Southern Tier it's so hard to get out here in Chicago. We used to see it a lot more, but I don't know what something happened with distribution or something like that, because Southern Tier, they make good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, so there's not a bad one. So if I see it on the shelf, I'm buying it.
What are you guys drinking right now?
Ooh.
I am drinking a Brickstone Permanent Vacation. It's a Citra IPA.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually. I was just in Portland, Oregon, a couple weeks ago, and holy shit, they drink IPA like water out there. It's like you're in England and it's tea. It is this IPA everywhere out west. It is crazy, and the citrus IPAs, and it's kind of a trend right now. The hazy IPAs are really big right now, and these power IPAs that are just boasting how much hops you can slam into them. But yeah, it's fine with me. I'm fine. I think it's a swag move.
The old hop. How about you guys? You got any beer?
What are you drinking? What you drinking?
I'm not a beer snob. Slim is.
I'm a beer snob. I'm drinking Sierra Nevada's Spring Seasonal, their Brute IPA, which is like all I've been drinking lately.
Hell yeah. No, Sierra Nevada, they pack a punch. Yeah, they're good. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. I wanted to go to the brewery, too. I haven't seen them out, but there's actually this really good documentary called Brewmaster. It's actually really cool. And it's about the guy who, it's two stories. One guy's brewing beer in his kitchen. The other one's trying to become a Cicerone. Cicerone's like a sommelier of beer. And it's actually a really good doc if you guys check that out. But I think they have the Brewmaster from Sierra Nevada on there.
Oh, okay, cool.
I've never delved that hard into craft beer, but who's the guy we had on from
Ship Bottom Brewery.
Ship Bottom Brewery. They're a local brewery around here. They make some amazing stuff. And I actually, when I used to work in radio, I did a gig with the guy from Sam Adams. What's his name?
Jim Cook.
Jim Cook. Yes. And I did a gig with him, and I guess that's the gateway to craft beer.
Yeah, definitely.
Like that's the lowest form of a good beer, I guess.
So as a beer snob, I don't consider Sam Adams craft beer.
Ah.
Yeah, it's tough. Nowadays we don't, but think about it. Maybe in the late '90s, early 2000s, that was the only one that you can get.
It was.
I defend. That Sam Adams is craft beer. I know it's big and it's the most popular one, but it is the founder of craft beer. This has started the trend away from our Budweisers and stuff like that. So I give props to it. Just because it's big and it's nationally distributed, I still defend it that it's craft beer.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I had an interaction recently with a representative from Budweiser, And I was like, man, I don't drink your shitty beer. He's like, we have craft beer. I'm like, yeah, that's not real.
Right.
Do they have a craft?
We just, I mean, every time I just think of like anything else now, I mean, I don't want to say beer snob, because don't be wrong, like we got Pabst out here, man. I love a good PBR. Like any day of the week, I'll take a PBR.
Yeah.
And Jeff's like a die-hard Sox fan too, and it's just nothing really beats going to the ballpark with a Budweiser or whatever it may be.
White Sox, not Red Sox out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing beats a Budweiser at a ballpark always wins.
Yeah. Jeff's actually he's probably drinking a little bit too much right now after that Machado thing fell through, so he's a little heartbroken.
Yeah,
right
if
now.
you guys are baseball fans, the Manny Machado thing was a big deal for Chicago here. For him not coming here, so.
It didn't pan out.
Yeah, it sucks. Oh well, maybe Bryce Harper or something.
Have you guys ever drank too much that you couldn't finish a show?
Okay. I never told this story one time, and it wasn't me. But we had a guest on, and it definitely hit him too hard. And he was slurring at the end. He was hanging on like when you're drinking, and it's just the posture is just hanging with the you're just like your elbows are sinking in, your shoulders are sucking in, and you're just like hanging on, and the microphone's hitting you in the eye right there. It's like okay, all right, buddy. And he's the eyes are slurring. It's like you're talking like you're walking into shit. So what I did was I looked at him and I just cut the show and I said we'll have to do this another time, and I had to scrap the episode. I just didn't want to. Couldn't do it to him. Couldn't post it to him. But I think I have it saved somewhere for blackmail. And,
That's how I know I did a good show.
We had a guest like that once, and guys, we had a guest like that once, and he's now our third mic.
Yeah, we fell in love with that man. And he's right here, right now. Just laughing at you guys saying walking into shit. I remember once I was so drunk in high school. I walked out of my friend Dan's back door, but his screen door was closed. I kicked the screen door straight off the back door because I didn't realize the screen door was closed, but the glass sliding door was open. I was fucking drunk, bro.
You're prepping this up before the show. How raunchy can we get on the show?
As raunchy as possible.
Okay. Well, you were talking about like stories right now. This has nothing to do with the Brew With You. I just wanted to tell this story. And you were talking about a drunk story from high school, and I remember this one from college where I was living with two other dudes, and one dude, he definitely, he was good with the ladies. So one night he comes home, brings the lady home, and I'm waking up at like 2 a.m. and I go in the bathroom, and my feet are just soaked in the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck? Like the bathroom just got flooded. And I'm like, whatever. I was drinking. I just went back to bed.
Yeah.
Next morning I find out. I'm like, what the hell happened in the bathroom last night? My buddy, his name was Grant. He's like, oh shit, I think I know what happened. Bring this girl home. And she was really slammed. And they were ready to get busy. And she's like, no, I can't right now. And he's like, no, come on, it's fine. She comes back and they have sex, and then she leaves the next morning. Find out what happened was, the reason why she was hesitant is because she was on her period.
I was figuring.
She took out her tampon, put it in the toilet, and it flooded the toilet. So all this water and period blood was all over the floor. Like, I'm talking I don't know what happened, but it was just all over the bathroom.
And I threw up on a girl in college. I went to a frat party with my buddies. It was like one of those around the world things, I think, where you just drank like jungle juice and whatever. And we were walking back to the dorms, and I had to puke. So I started walking fast. And this girl, I guess, was worried about me, so she started walking fast after me. And I went to turn in the woods and throw up. But she grabbed my arm, and I turned at her, and I just projectile vomited all over her. Now you know why you don't worry about somebody walking fast.
Yeah, man. I think we all have. I mean, you live and you learn. But,
yeah.
Luckily, on our show, we keep it controlled. There was a couple of times though. Some of the beers we have get to, you're up to like 13-15%, so it hits you fast.
Yeah, you gotta tip it a little bit, otherwise you'll be hitting the mic too. So.
Oh God!
I swear, the past 2 times I've gotten drunk, which has been the past probably 2 weeks, I've ended up at a Korean karaoke bar, which I don't sing. I don't like really Korean food, but for some reason, I'm ending up at this Korean karaoke place at 3 a.m, singing some dumbass songs with random people.
So this is destiny. There's something at that Korean karaoke bar that you're supposed to do.
A Korean you gotta business figure it out. I was gonna ask if there's anything you ate or did that you wouldn't do sober that you did drunk. So I guess that's the answer.
Are you stuck in a time loop by any chance?
Well, the worst part is when you leave your credit card there and you got to go back the next day to get it, and you really, really feel bad about like what your life decisions are.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is with karaoke here in Chicago. There's like on the like northwest side. It's kind of eerie how some of these Korean karaoke joints, they look like brothels. It's like you go in and it's just these hallways and a bunch of private rooms. I swear to God, like you go on one night, it's karaoke, but the next day it's, you're walking in and, $20 to get you something different.
Yeah.
It's like you're going back. It's true though. You walk into one room and some guy's getting head. The next room there's like a dog humping something. The next room 3 people are singing
Billy Joel, and so you're getting some action while you're listening to some Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh shit! I was gonna ask too. Have you guys ever spilled beer on any of your podcast equipment?
Ooh.
Yes, we have. We have a portable mixer that is very convenient for the show, because when we do live shows or if we're on the road and we're going to a guest location, it's really convenient to have it. Luckily, there was no damage, but it was one of those things where, like, what do you do? Like when you drop your phone in water, like you put it in rice, or what do you put it in sand? What do you do? What do you do?
Yes.
Luckily, it was no damage done, but trust me, it's something that. Well, I know definitely one thing too is we have like our mic covers, our what do you call those? Like the soundproof mic things you put on top of the microphone. After a year of doing podcasts, there's a lot of God knows what stains on those things. So after a year doing it, so
I'm surprised we haven't ruined anything like on the show. Like,
yeah, mine actually look brand new. Like I'm looking at mine right now, and I'm kind of impressed at the fact that this looks like it's never been touched.
That. Like Slim did a laptop of his own on his own. Like it was not on a show, right? That you did it.
Yeah, I spilled a beer on my podcast laptop, but I didn't do it during a show.
Yeah,
which was weird. I was just like,
we've had some ridiculously drunk moments, but we've never done that. Like, you watch it, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Like
now that I said
right now, it's gonna happen.
I got well. How much do you drink during your shows, during your recording? You drink it all during your shows?
I'm on my, what is that? That's a 6-pack, and there's 2 left, so that's 4th beer.
Slim's got 4. I got 3, and like 2 or 3 glasses of absinthe.
Yeah. Oh, I'm proud of you.
And again, I drink craft beer like you guys. So like some weeks, like right now, the Sierra Nevada Brewed IPA is 6.2, but there's days where I'll be drinking 5 of a beer that's like 8 point something or 9 point something.
We've started 2 recently, guys. We do like movie shows every randomly. We do a movie show and we drink more, I think, in those shows because we do.
And they're shorter.
We do drinking games. We do a drinking game for the shitty movie we watch, and yeah, we drink more in those 2-hour shows than we do in our 4-hour show.
Those were the days. Oh man, I have to do that again. It's the good old drunk watch, the Brew and Views. Those were never gonna. We're actually doing a live show. We're gonna be by live show. Well, actually, this is a double thing. We're going live on YouTube on Sunday before the Oscars. We're gonna do our picks for the Oscars and all that, and then we actually have doing a live show in Chicago on Tuesday, the 26th. But yeah, in terms of the old Brew and Views, we should actually look into that, Jeff.
Do that, yeah.
Yeah. Get drunk and watching the red carpet or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you guys ever did that. Awesome. And What did you? Can you guys tell us what you have planned for the next episode, or is that hush hush?
No. Like I said, so our next episode, we had. I don't know how often this happens to you guys running a show and all that is. Every once in a while a guest will cancel on you and it sucks, and it's life. It happens. And but we're doing we had a guy who really is a filmmaker in Chicago, so we wanted to get him for the Oscar talk, but we're going to do it after. So Jeff and I are going to be going live on Sunday during the red carpet, so we don't have to watch the red carpet. You can watch us instead. And we're going to do our Oscar picks and maybe a little live commentary. And then on Tuesday, the 26th, we're doing a live show at the Safe House with 2 other podcasts. It's kind of a collaborative group show.
Nice.
It's for a little bit of charity, and tell us about this.
Yeah, we got a special guest here. There's a big radio show here in Chicago called the Kiss FM show, and Fred and Angie are probably the top radio guests here in Chicago. So we got one of their voice personalities on there. His name's Rufio. I went to high school with him actually, so he's coming on the show for the live show with us. Kind of promote what he's doing, and yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah, It's gonna be good. It's it's a different location, and it's always good to collaborate too. So exactly what we're doing here with you guys right now.
Yes,
so we're looking forward to both shows right now.
Awesome. And what has been the craziest or most controversial discussion you guys have had on the show?
Oh shit! So that's the funny thing. See, Jeff and I have realized this after doing this Jeff. Well, actually, a little shout out to Jeff right now. I started the show 3 years ago, but Jeff joined a little bit later, and this week will be his 100th episode.
That's right.
Doing the show with me. So a little shout out to Jeff right here for doing this for 100 episodes.
Well, anniversary.
But we found out that Jeff and I have very different opinions. I think that's why it makes the show work. Is I have my views and Jeff has his views. I think the 2 that come to mind is the Gillette ad that just happened.
I love that ad.
Yeah, and then the other one was the Boy Scouts, when the Boy Scouts were allowing girls in the Boy Scouts. There was 2 things that got a little heated on the show.
Wow.
It is what it is. We left it on the table, and that's the thing too. Is I could say my thing, Jeff could say his thing, and the guests could say their thing, and then after the show, it's fine. We get a beer, and that's why that power of alcohol. You just drink it and everything.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I was wondering if anything ever got heated between that kind of stuff. But that's cool.
I would say tension is definitely there. I mean, the whole the whole Gillette thing. I got up talking about using the whole Me Too movement as a thing for advertising, and then the ad itself I thought was just. I don't know. It was
I feel like it was the most beautiful, stupid razor ad in the world. I feel like
about 20 razors, 2 for my legs, 1 for my armpits,
And we could do a little better. We could do a little better as men. Yeah, I really love that ad. I just can't believe people were offended at that, and I just didn't feel like they. I didn't feel like they were oh yeah, let's cash in on this. I don't know. I thought they really did a classy ass job with the fucking razor commercial. I really did.
People already forgot about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's how Twitter is, man. It's if people get upset about something for 5 minutes, the next thing comes on. It's just it's hot minute, and then it's over already.
Yeah.
No one cares anymore. No one cares.
I agree.
See,
I do tend to stay away from anything political, though.
Well, that's what I did. I stayed away from it for the show just because I knew it was just such a hot button that 10 minutes.
This is
the thing with politics, though. It's not that we don't want to talk about it. It's just everyone talks about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't. It's just we want to get people away from that shit. We don't want to talk about politics when everyone else is dissing this or hating this. It's just it's fucking everywhere. So let's talk about something else.
Yeah, that's why people are tuning in to get away from that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care so much that I saw people posting about this Gillette ad. I've never even fucking seen it. I was just I'm not gonna watch that. I was just whatever. I'll scroll through, I'll see 10 people. Oh, Gillette ad, and I'm fuck.
I only watched it because people were squawking about it, and I was I'm crying at this, and I'm not going to cry on my show, so I'm not going to play it on my show. I'm not going to cry at a fucking razor commercial.
How many beers do you have before you watch that, right? You're wait, this is my childhood, right? We're watching my childhood.
I just wonder what dude was I'm going to keep beating my wife. I'm not buying your razors anymore. I'm going to beat my wife like the Bible intended. No, guys can have feelings too. Fuck. buy the goddamn razor and don't beat your wife, motherfucker.
Buy the razor and don't beat your wife. That should be Gillette's
don't be your wife,
ad campaign.
Don't be your wife and buy our razors. Guys, we had to wrap this up, but it's been a blast.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This has been awesome, man. I'm loving the content, and just it's awesome to just shoot the shit with you guys.
It is. Where can everybody find you guys?
Take it away, Jeff.
Yeah, you can find us pretty much on all social medias: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you want to listen to us, you got SoundCloud, Castbox, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play. So you name it, we're there.
And if you go to patreon.com/BigDealBlake, you can get extra content for each episode. We do a little pre-show, post-show. So if you like the episode, like a guest, you can become a patron, throw a couple bucks, and get a little extra more content per episode.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. It's been awesome. I'll try and get more better drunk stories next time.
Yeah, I'll be waiting. Have a good one, guys.
All right. Take care.
See ya.